Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked at a can of sardines and thought, wow, that could save my life? Probably never. In fact, if you're like most people, you probably think of sardines as that smelly fish food your grandpa used to eat on crackers. Or worse, emergency rations you'd only open during a zombie apocalypse. But what if I told you that the very food Americans often overlook is quietly being hailed by scientists as one of the most underrated health superstars in the modern diet? What if it could protect your heart, rebuild your bones, sharpen your mind, and even lower your risk of diabetes? It's time to rewrite the story of the sardine. So before you pass by that metal can in the grocery aisle again, stick around, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you eat forever. Why sardines have a PR problem. Let's face it, sardines have an image problem in the US. They're often seen as a poor man's lunch, or something exotic that Europeans snack on with a glass of wine. In pop culture, sardines are the butt of jokes, associated with bad breath and tin can cuisine. But this cultural bias has created a huge nutritional blind spot. In fact, the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey reports that less than 2% of Americans consume sardines regularly. That's a shame. Why? Because sardines are what scientists call nutrient-dense. That means you get a lot of health for not a lot of calories, a rare combo in today's food landscape. What's actually in a can of sardines? Let's break it down. A single 5-ounce can of sardines, packed in olive oil or water, typically contains 160 calories, 18 grams of protein, 8.5 grams of fat, mostly the healthy unsaturated kind, over 100% of your daily vitamin B12, 30% of your daily calcium, 20% of your vitamin D, nearly 3 milligrams of iron, and an impressive 737 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids, more than most fish oil pills. That's already impressive. But here's the kicker. Unlike salmon or tuna, sardines are usually eaten whole, bones, skin, and all. And those parts that we normally toss out, that's where much of the calcium, collagen, and trace minerals are hiding. In other words, you're not just eating fish, you're consuming an entire nutrient system. Heart health, the silent power of whole fish. Let's talk about your heart. Heart disease remains the #1 cause of death in the US. And while omega-3 supplements are a billion-dollar business, there's a growing body of research suggesting whole fish, like sardines, offer better protection. A major 2023 review in Frontiers in Nutrition showed that omega-3s work better in synergy with other nutrients like calcium, potassium, magnesium, and zinc, which just happen to be abundant in sardines. It's like building a house. Omega-3s are the bricks, but without the other materials, your structure doesn't hold. So yes, your fish oil pills might help. But eating the real deal? That's where the magic happens. Bones, reinforced by the ocean. Most people associate calcium with milk. But here's the truth. A lot of dairy-sensitive Americans aren't getting enough calcium and vitamin D. A can of sardines gives you 30% of your calcium needs. And even better, it comes with the vitamin D needed to absorb it. That's a natural package deal dairy can't always provide. According to a 2022 study published in Nutrients, older adults with low vitamin D and calcium take longer to heal from fractures. But those who regularly consume small fish like sardines, they healed faster and had stronger bone density. For people with lactose intolerance, allergies, or just trying to cut back on dairy, sardines are a bone health game changer. Diabetes defense in a tin. Here's something that may surprise you. According to the CDC, around 96 million US adults, that's 1 in 3, have prediabetes. Most don't even know it. but a 2021 study in clinical nutrition looked at older adults with prediabetes who ate sardines twice a week for 12 weeks. The result? A significant reduction in their risk of developing full-blown type 2 diabetes. Even more impressively, their HDL cholesterol, the good kind, went up. Their blood pressure went down. Their triglycerides, those fat particles that cause damage, dropped. Why? Again, it's the synergy of omega-3s, protein, vitamin D, and minerals working together. Not in isolation, in harmony. Brain food for all ages. Think sardines only help your body? Think again. A 2018 review in Nutrients analyzed 25 different studies and found that DHA and EPA, both found in sardines, enhanced cognitive performance in kids and seniors alike. For kids, better focus, improved reading skills, and sharper visual processing. For older adults, improved memory, reduced mental decline. With concerns around ADHD, dementia, and brain fog on the rise, why aren't more people talking about this? Oh, right. Because sardines don't have a flashy brand campaign behind them. Yet. What about mercury? It's a fair question. We hear warnings about mercury in fish, like tuna, swordfish, and king mackerel. But sardines? They're small fish, low on the food chain. That means they don't accumulate mercury the way predators do. This makes sardines a safe choice for pregnant women, young kids, and pretty much everyone else. As long as you don't eat them every single day. Variety is still key. But sardines? They're one of the safest seafoods out there. Eating for a healthier planet, sardines aren't just good for you, they're good for the earth. These small fish reproduce quickly, require fewer resources, and produce lower carbon emissions than larger fish like salmon or land-based meat like beef. Sardine fishing has lower bycatch rates, meaning fewer dolphins, turtles, and other marine life are accidentally killed in the process. If you care about sustainability and ethical food systems, sardines are a home run. How to actually eat them without gagging. Let's be real, if you're new to sardines, the taste and smell might be intense. Start simple. Try them on whole grain toast with lemon and black pepper. Mash them with olive oil and spread on crackers. Toss them into pasta with garlic and parsley. Choose sardines packed in tomato sauce to tone down the fishiness. Rinse them lightly if you want to reduce the salt and oil. Still not convinced? Just try a bite. You might be surprised by how quickly your body starts to crave the nourishment. Quick considerations. Sodium. Some canned sardines can be high in salt. Check the label or rinse them before eating. Oil or water. Sardines packed in olive oil are richer and more flavorful, but come with more calories. Choose what works best for your diet. Gout warning. Sardines are high in purines, which can trigger flare-ups in people with gout. If that's you, talk to your doctor first. Look, we're not saying sardines are magic. There's no miracle food. But sardines come incredibly close to checking every box. Nutrient-dense, affordable, sustainable, scientifically backed, and convenient. So why don't more Americans eat them? Because we've been taught to fear what doesn't fit the mainstream food narrative. But sometimes, the most powerful health choices are the simplest and the most ignored. Next time you're at the store, skip the sugary cereal, skip the protein bar, skip the overpriced fish oil pills, and grab a can of sardines. Your body will thank you, your wallet will thank you, and maybe, just maybe, the planet will too. Drop a comment. What's your go-to sardine recipe? Or which benefit surprised you the most? And if you learned something today, tap like, subscribe, and share this with someone who still thinks sardines are just fishy little snacks. Because now you know better, and knowing is the first step to living healthier.